All right, everyone, here we go. It's a little reading. Yeah, you bet you didn't know I was going to do one today. Well, I didn't either, but I am. And I'm going to pull this reading because I pull this every year, whether I'm online or offline. I wasn't here last year for Sagittarius season. This is the Sagittarius season. Actually, we haven't hit it yet at the time I'm making this at 8:30 in the morning here on the 21st. My time everyone thinks it's the day. It's not the day. There's a time when the sun moves into Sagittarius. In Pacific Standard Time, it's about 6:30 and some change p.m. this evening. All right, which is about 9:30 on the East Coast U.S. and about 2:30 in the morning on the 22nd in the UK. Okay, so that's when we hit Sagittarius. All right, so that being said, it's going to, base that on, you go ahead and Google what time is it at your place, that kind of thing. I don't know. I think it's like 6:38 here in Pacific or something along those. I don't know. It's after 6. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to pull this reading on Sagittarius season. Why do I do that? Why? I don't do it for any other sun moving into a sign. Well, the reason I do it here is because in my records, when I track things, I track patterns. That's what I do. I find that Sagittarius season has the biggest, because of the sun, the sun's very powerful energy, has the biggest impact on the Earth's magnetic field. It's just sort of happenstance that the holidays happen to fall here. But basically, there's a lot of magic in the air. So this reading is Sagittarius season, but it stretches right up till about Christmas. Okay, I'm not a time lord. I can't control what times the energies. There's no time in the energy. But right, so this reading is between now and Christmas. What's going on with this soulmate cycle, right? I can tell you from my pre-shuffle before I hit it, it's somebody sitting in it. Remember we got that saying, let them sit in it? Yeah. You'll see. This is a general reading. May or may not resonate with you. But if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you found it for a reason. This reading is not timeless. This reading is the energies of right now, Sagittarius season. Although if you happen to catch it next Sagittarius season and I don't pull a reading on it, if you found it, you were meant to find it. Okay, if it pops up in your search for some reason a year, 2 years, 3 years later, I suggest you watch it. Anyway, that being said, Sagittarius season. Oh, I love it. It's always magic, but it's also tragic on some level. With the holidays there, it can create a lot of depression for a lot of people. And those people get in their head, they get 8 of Swords, hence the universe's warning on a 3 card I did recently about 8 of Swords crossed with 5 Swords. You'll miss all the magic. I'm telling you, excuse me, you're here, you have the benefit of me. I'm telling you that. Don't miss the magic. Let me take a swig of water here. It's hotter than the bejesus in Los Angeles today. It's sunny and in the 80s. It's already fucking warm out. All right, here we go. I can't keep up with the weather. Yesterday it was 61. I got something caught in my throat here. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. Sorry about the cough. I hate it when people do that on video. But it is what it is. All right, 7 of Cups. Sagittarius season. What's going on here with the energies? Let's see. Somebody is looking at options. Somebody is confused. Somebody is afraid that you might have options. Somebody is sitting in it. How do I know that? Well, underneath that is the 9 of Swords. Pacing the kitchen at 2 o'clock in the morning with a bottle of whiskey. Yeah. And lying to themselves that it doesn't matter. 7 of Swords. A lot of deception. A lot of toxic energy around all of your people here. This is a powerful combination. The 7 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, and the 7 of Swords. This is a powerful combination. This sums up the whole thing right here. This is Sagittarius season, the time between right now, November 21st, and around Christmas time, when we move into, just before Christmas, when we move into Capricorn. Right here. There it is. This is confusion. This is confusion. And this is somebody just, I'm going to say lying to themselves. I'm also going to say that, again, it's somebody who's lingering, saying that they're lost and choking on hello. It's all right here. It's all right there. And just for fun, underneath that is a Hierophant. For a lot of you, your person is in a long-term commitment, not all. A long-term commitment, a long-term way of thinking, a long-term career type thing, or whatever it is keeping them from you, and they're lying to themselves that they like it, and they don't. They don't. The Seven of Cups, in their mind, at the top of their mind, they want to look at options. Right? How do I get out of this? How do I fix this? And then they get close, and then they lie. It's very similar to the energy I saw in A Cure for Cancer I did just the other night. It's somebody just bullshitting their way through it. Right? I had a Seven of Swords with a Knight of Cups on top of it at the tail end of that reading. Right? As somebody who's just lying to themselves that they want to go in, then they stop themselves. They want to go in, then they stop themselves. But this is a powerful time of year here. We're going to see this is going to be a hell of a reading. You're going to want to stick around for this. Universe, what's going on here? Sagittarius season. Give me a reading on the angle of the sun in Sagittarius and the effect on the energies here for the soulmate cycle. That's what I'm asking. This is for all signs, whether you're a person, a raccoon, a chipmunk, a bear. It doesn't matter what sign you are. Makes no difference. All right. And my fast forwarders won't have heard that. You watch out on Twitter. Somebody will ask, I'm a Scorpio. Is this reading for me? You know, somebody. It says all signs. All signs. I'll tell you what. I'll just ignore that tweet. Now, I know some of you will put joke tweets out there with the same question. I know you people. You're crazy. All right, here we go. Shuffle in the deck. All right, here we go. My pre-shuffle. Yep. My pre-shuffle first card is Why the Fuck Are We Here? Queen of Wands. It's Fakey McFakerman. They're pretending. That's that Seven of Swords. Right? This is someone who's sitting in it. They're not happy. The DM side, the energy on it, every time I pull a fly on the wall, it don't matter if your person's married or they live alone with Cheetos and a cat. It doesn't matter. They're not happy. This connection is rooted in happiness. This is the happiness. They just got to come get it. But they got to stop fooling them damn selves. All right. Why is the Queen of Wands here? Fooling themselves. Yeah, that's the fucking Seven of Swords. It's fooling themselves. Yeah. After that is the Seven of Wands. Now, for some of you, this is someone standing up and doing what's right. Coming after it. Fighting for it. Okay? But for some of you, it's someone thinking about it but hanging back. Okay, I don't know. It's both energies. I give it to you. There's a lot of people watching. I think Sagittarius season, especially with my weekly reading that I pulled just the other day, which is the week of Sagittarius, the first week of Sagittarius season I'm pulling on right now, I think you're going to see a lot of movement. I do believe my percentage is correct. 87% roughly will come towards you. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. They're not happy. There's a lot of unhappiness on it. When I see, and I always see this, if it happened once or twice, we could, say, okay, fine. But we see that Queen of Wands all the time. We see the Seven of Swords all the time. It's all fakey McFakerman. Stop it. That's what I would say to your person. I would say, stop it. Cut the shit. All right, here we go. Give me a final shuffle here. Universe, give me a reading. Tell me what all this means. Let's do this. Let's do this. Here we go. I got it. And we're back. Okay. I said, you heard what I asked the universe, right? You heard me say, tell me what all this means. And what did the universe do? It rewound me back to the beginning of all this. It's saying to me, by bringing back the and I've cut and I shuffled and I cut and I shuffled again, and it came back. The Seven of Cups. We've been seeing this a lot for a while. The universe loves this Back to the Future theme. Y'all still seeing Back to the Future ads everywhere. Some people are turning on their TVs and, oh my God, Back to the Future is on. It's not like Michael J. Fox died or something. And it's not the 25th anniversary of the whatever. It's bullshit. Right here, the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups. Again. What's this all about, I said? Well, it's all about whatever the hell this is. It's all about this. The Hierophant, the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. Somebody's sitting in it. And they're pretending that everything is good. Pretending that they're lost and choking on hello. Oh, it's that person, again, I have it here. You see the boy or the girl that you like at the clothing store, and you follow them around the store, but you pretend you're looking at stuff. And you realize you're a dude and you're looking at pink girl socks and like, oh shit. And then you move a little bit and try to find something guyish to look at, but you can't because they're over looking at the bras and you're like, well, I'm stuck here. I guess I'm looking at panties. All right, fine. It's that kind of thing. They're lingering. Your person is lingering and they're sitting in shit. Or they're sitting in unhappiness, one or the other. Our overall energy is this 7 of Cups. And fueling it is 9 Swords. Keeping them up at night. I tell you what, your person's going to have a lot of sleepless nights between now and Christmas. They best get it in gear, because my reading is on the top here, and with all this weather change, I am like, I swear to God, you're going to see a drip of booger fall on a goddamn card in this fucking reading. Honest to fucking God. I wish California would pick a damn season. Yesterday it's 61, today it's 85. Tomorrow it's going to be 72 or hotter, or who the fuck knows. All right, at least it's not raining. Right here's the energy around your connection during this time frame. Remember, technically this is not timeless. I'm pulling on right now. I'm using what's left of my Scorpio season superpowers to pull this. Right here, energy around the connection. Right here's how your person feels in their emotions. Right here's how they feel about you, or will be, through this between now and Christmas. They best get it in gear. They're probably worried you're going to meet somebody at a Christmas party. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, look, it just so happens Christmas falls here. It just so happens that during Sagittarius season, the sun affects the Earth's magnetic field a great deal. So I see a lot of magic. Every year I track it, and it's some of the most important things in my life have happened between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Some of the most important soulmates I've ever met have happened between Thanksgiving and Christmas. On too many years for it to be a coincidence. All right. Also, we've got Mercury on the 26th moving into Sagittarius. Okay. Mercury's planet of communication. It's a few other things, but ultimately it's communication energy. You better step it up, collective person. This is how they feel about you and their soul, not what they show you, not what they tell you. This is the hidden energy, what the universe wants you to know through me, and I'm going to tell you, and right here's the potential final outcome. Okay. I'll clarify everything, throw some universe cards over the top. And I know this is going to be a fucking hell of a reading, so you can bet there's going to be a link for an extended in the description. And you can bet your ass I'm going to do some wicked voodoo in there. Because I know what we're going to find here. I already know what's here in the energy. It's a little like Mercury in a way. It is. Mercury is a planet, our closest planet to the sun. Right? It's about 20 million miles away from the sun, give or take. We're missing a planet. Mercury, of all the solar systems we've found, Mercury is far away from the sun. Most of the solar systems we find, there should be another planet between Mercury and the sun, but there isn't, And I only point that out because there's a missing energy here, and Mercury is moving into Sagittarius, and Mercury seems to have an effect on things here, on the years when that's happened. So this is some pretty special shit. But Mercury is actually, most energy readers know, is missing an energy. There's a missing planet there. Scientists are actually trying to figure it out. Some think it was Jupiter that was originally there, because most solar systems have what they call a hot Jupiter. It's a Jupiter planet close to the sun. They think Jupiter started out close to the sun, like 5 million miles away, very, very close. And then it got pushed out into space, into where it is, and Saturn, which was forming at the time, held it in place and stopped it where it is. We should be grateful that that happened, actually, if that's what happened. But either way, Mercury's missing an energy. There was something there at some point. Where'd it go? I don't know. But because it's missing an energy, a lot of energy readers believe that's why we have a hard time with communication, strangely enough. It makes sense. It does govern communication. What's the energy around? Just a little fun fact for you. I like to throw you some science once in a while. Go ahead and look up hot Jupiters. You'll see there's a whole bunch of hot Jupiters around many, many planets. There should be another planet in front of Mercury. It's true. I'm making this shit up. It's science. My house is the fucking science channel. Energy around the connection. 6 of Pentacles. Okay. Similar to what I saw in Leo energy on the weekly reading. It's out of balance. It's out of balance. Somebody's looking for options to fix something. How do I know that? Because our whole reading is clarifying somebody looking for options, somebody confused, somebody lingering. A dude looking at women's underwear to keep an eye on some girl who's looking at bras and pretend every time she turns around, pretend he's not there. Oh, I'm not here. You know, I'm not looking at you. I'm really interested in this stuff here. You know, it's a lie. There's a lot of lie. There's lies. It's all lies. It's all lies. What is going on here? How do they feel in their emotions? Yeah. Come on, who's your energy reader? Come on, yeah. It's all lies. Yeah, nothing's balanced here. This is, I read this as out of balance. It's the 6 of Pentacles. It can be generosity. It can be equal give and take. I said this is anything but. Boom. That's how they feel in their emotions. Whole reading clarifying the 7 of Cups, communication, or confusion. Afraid you, it's a whole mix of things here. Afraid you might have options. This person's being forced to sit in it. This is someone sitting in it. And whatever they're sitting in is unhappiness. Okay? Maybe they're pissed at their family. And Christmas can suck because you got to spend a bunch of time with family you don't even like. You know? A lot of us don't like our families. I find mine incredibly annoying. Most of them. Alright? I moved 3,300 miles fucking away from them. I mean, that's the case for some of your people. You know? But for others, they're sitting in a marriage that they don't like. Or they're just letting past pain bleed out into their world. I don't know, but something very, very, very... This is going to be, as I said, this Sagittarius season between now and Christmas is going to be a shocking time for your person. Alright? Very lonely. I get a loneliness out of that card, and that makes sense if somebody's unhappy. Right here, how do they feel in their soul about you? Not what they show you, not what they tell you. That's very interesting. That's the Page of Pentacles. Or the Knight of Pentacles, I'm sorry. They're moving slowly towards you. But then they stop. This is the station, right? Remember I said around the eclipse, I said the energy is station right now. Station is what a planet does either before it goes retrograde or before it goes direct. It stops. It appears to stop. The energy right now is still station. We haven't actually hit the full reboot yet. I don't think it hits until this week based on my weekly reading. Remember, I pulled a reading before the weekly reading which talked about that. So you should watch the readings I've done over the last couple of days. They're very important if you want to understand this stuff and what's going on. They've stopped. They're lingering. They're lingering. They can be going faster, just like on the Lightseer deck. He's got a racehorse. He could get on the racehorse and go faster. There's a lot of worry here. They're going to be very worried. What's with this out of balance 6 of Pentacles? The message from the universe is read with this card, though it's separate from the reading. It's just me and the fickle old gal having a chat. So let me have a chat with the fickle old gal. Yeah. This is the Tower. This Queen of Swords is why the Tower's here. But it's read with this. This is out of balance. The energy of the connection's out of balance. The energy of your person's life is out of fucking balance. It bleeds over into how they feel in their emotions with the Tower. The Tower is here because they're going to be they're sitting in it. They're forced to look at some truths. They're forced to see the reality of their situation. That you're out of balance, they're out of balance, their life is out of balance, everything is fucking out of balance. And when things are out of balance, you might say, well, what does that mean? That's unhappiness. Out of balance. The universe tries to balance energy. That's what it does. There's no magic to it. It's just physics. The universe is just energy. That's all it is. That's all we are. Everything is energy. I am still blown away that people have a hard time understanding that. And it's probably because we have different comprehension levels of viewer, and people have a hard time separating themselves from being a human being. People's world gets very small and they think human being is everything. Human being is everything. It isn't. We're all just energy. Everything is energy. Everything means everything. And all energy does is try to balance. It's why the very device you're watching me on right now is working. We manipulate the energy within the device by turning it on and off, by knocking it out of balance and putting it back in balance. Out of balance, in balance. We direct it where we want it to go. The end result is my hand on your video. The universe is just energy. That's all. It's just trying to balance. Balanced energy is happiness. When things are in balance, they're in harmony. We could use the word harmony. Everything's out of balance. They're forced to look at it. They're going to be forced to see some truths, and they want to speak some truths, but they're afraid. They're choking on hello. I see it. My whole pre-shuffle, which came back, is choking on hello. And in part because, well, yeah, here it is. We didn't go further, but here it is, the Hierophant. Where the connection's concerned, it's very spiritual. They have a very high opinion of you. They're afraid of your reaction. 5 of Wands. They're afraid. I've said it to you already on other readings. It's here, right here. And the universe brought this pre-shuffle back for a reason. I asked it to pull a reading and tell me what's going on. It brought the pre-shuffle back at the beginning. It said, Steve, this is what's going on. I already told you. You know, they're choking on hello. And they know, and they're realizing some truths. They're going to be forced to sit in it. And it makes sense, because during the holiday season, it's part of the reason there's so much magic. It's energetically, it's magic because for some reason the angle of the sun on the Sagittarius energy angle of things affects the Earth's magnetic field a certain way. And in the Earth's magnetic field, the moon and the sun are the main influences on our lives. As an energy reader, I can tell you that. The strongest influences. But beyond that, it's a time of year where work projects die down and they don't have distractions. They don't have the ability, like if your person's an actor and they usually do plays, there's no plays, nobody doing nothing, everything's shut down. It's the holiday season. If they work, unless they work in a restaurant or something like that, they've got nothing to distract themselves from anything, really. Everything's kind of closed, unless you're in retail. You're pretty much done. If they work in a phone room, I know I used to do the sales thing back in the 90s. We shut down. Between Thanksgiving and Christmas, ain't nothing going on because you can't call anybody. Everybody's on vacation and gone. That's what I'm saying. It's a time that forces it, and the energy backs it up. It's just happenstance that it happens to be the holidays too. Final outcome. Potential final outcome. What have I been talking about? I've been talking about the reboot, right? The reset, which will be happening during this time frame. They won't stay stationed. They're stationed right now. But this Knight of Pentacles is moving slowly. It's going to begin to move slowly toward this connection. Yeah, I've been talking about nostalgia right here. This is why they're in a tower. Everything here explains the tower. The tower is the center of my reading. That's why that's important. This card is the center of my reading. It's how your person feels. Roles can be reversed, but for over 90% of you, I'm reading the incoming energy. So this is the center of my reading. Yeah, they're going to be forced to sit in it. And with the reboot, they're going to feel it like the beginning again. Foreigners feels like the first time. Feels like the first time, right? Feels like the very first time, right? Here it is. Nostalgia. It's going to cause a tower because they're going to realize what they missed out on. There's a huge missed opportunity here. It's only fear. Fear of vulnerability, fear of your reaction, fear of all kinds of... Fear, keeping this person away. We'll see it when we clarify. I'll see that fear. It'll fucking come out. I know it will because I can feel it here. Let's clarify. This technically is a card of communication in my final outcome, technically. Although I think it's here as a clarifier, a qualifier, I should say, for the Tower and the Queen of Swords. But this is someone coming back from the past. Someone you probably don't think you're going to hear from. I'm not 100% sure you are. I think 87% of you will, as I've said. And 13% of you got some kind of super fuckwit with underwear on the outside of their pants. But let's find out. Let's clarify. Why is the Six of Pentacles here? Why is my table crooked? All right. I got lots of questions. Don't give me a reading on why my table's crooked, universe. Tell me why the Six of Pentacles is here. It knows. I'm just kidding. It's not going to give me a reading on the table. I'd probably get a station card, actually. All right, here we go. I also feel an energy here where they see you slowly moving away. They see you as someone who's getting their shit together. This person is not getting their shit together. If they were, there wouldn't be a tower here. This Sagittarius season, we'll call it, the time between now and Christmas, is going to cause a tower for your person. I told you in the beginning, I said they're going to be freaking out. That's why I said, who's your energy reader when that fell? They are. 9 of Swords, 7 of Swords, Hierophant, feeling everything, feeling how shit their current situation is, and they got nothing to distract themselves, really, except holiday madness, probably around the very people they resent for keeping them away from a soulmate connection for a lot of you, you know? Because I know a lot of you, it's family issues that are keeping you two apart. Family's great, if they're great. If they're not, they're a real fucking hindrance. They're an anchor around people's necks. I saw it with people I went to high school with. When I went back from my father's funeral, they all looked like someone's grandparents. They're my age. That was 2 years ago. I was 43. They were 43. Some of them younger. Some of them just out of their 30s. Because they were younger kids in the school. They all looked like someone's grandparents. They was bald, big beer belly, fat belly, whatever. They all looked like shit. They looked at me like a ghost walked in there. I walked in the donut shop. Luciano's donut shop was still there. I walked in there, and they're sitting over there in the corner, like Norm from Cheers, right? Norm sits in the same place every time. They looked at me like I was their yearbook photo walking in the goddamn place. You know why? Because I left. I went and I found a life. I didn't sit in misery. I didn't stay somewhere because I felt obliged to. That's not what life is. If your family's great, then that's good. You should stay. But if they're not great, you got to ask, whose life are you living? And they didn't. They were very jealous. I picked up a lot of jealous energy off of them. I'll tell you what. It all depends. Everybody's different. Some people have wonderful families. And whenever I make comments about bad families, I get shit from people who have wonderful... Well, my family is terrific, so you're this and you're that. I'm sure they are. I'm sure some of you have wonderful families. Right? I'm sure you do. But I live in Los Angeles. Nobody here had a wonderful family. There are all people from other places that come here. It's a transient city. And they all came here mostly to get away from shit. It's a whole bunch of kindred spirits walking around for me in this city. I'll tell you what. So if you did have a Ward and June Cleaver family, good for fucking you. That part doesn't apply to you. Either way, your person is going to land in a tower. All right? And I highly doubt from the energy I'm reading that your person has Ward and June Cleaver family. I highly doubt it. If they do, it's a fucking lie. Because the Seven of Swords comes in and it's something you don't even know about. You don't know what's going on the inside. You never do. On the outside, it can be a completely different thing. You know, like my family was like that. You know, to the outside, it was roses and rainbows. On the inside, it was beer and hookers. I mean, it just, you know, I mean, it really was. It's just the way it is. You don't know what you don't know, okay, about people. Right here, the Queen of Pentacles crossing this. They're feeling every bit of this, okay? They want this. This is your person. This is you. I mean, it's the easiest way to put this card. It's a beautiful energy. It's one of the nicest energies of the Empress. It's a gorgeous, soul-nurturing energy. They're going to be forced to sit in it. All right? Queen of Pentacles. They want to balance this. But they didn't. They breadcrumbed you. And now they're realizing the truth. They sit in the tower and they're feeling nostalgia and they think you might be slipping away, and they're just sort of standing there like a deer in the headlights. No pun intended. Six of Wands. Well, it's a card of transformation in this deck with a butterfly on it. It's victory after a long battle. They might be, this tower could represent them actually kicking some shit to the curb on their side. I don't know. It depends what falls here, because this would be the card just before the tower. Three of Pentacles. Yeah. It's red with this card. The Queen of Swords is about realizing some truths, right? She speaks the truth. She knows the truth. He or she. It doesn't matter. This person knows what they want. This is part of the reason the tower's here. The implication is, I was right. It's not Ward and June Cleaver over there. On any front. Okay? They know what they want. They know what they want. And they want to build something with you. But they don't have it. And they know that to come get it, they're going to have to eat some crow. They're going to have to open up. And that's the fear. There's so much fear here around this tower. And in here. It's unreal. I'm surprised I haven't seen a fear card yet. Oh, and I lost my overall energy card. I actually put the Seven of Cups back in the deck. We'll see if it comes back. I don't know why I did that. I wasn't even thinking. That's unreal. There's a Seven of Cups here. Keep that in mind. Our overall energy. There has to be a reason that happened. I don't know if it'll come back or not, or I've just had a dumbass attack, one or the other. Let's see. Why is the tower here? I swear to God, that's funny. I didn't even realize I did that. Alright. Why is the tower here? Yeah. Crossing card is the Ace of Wands. The tower is here because of what I just told you. They realize what they want, and they don't have it. However that applies to you. Okay? I'm willing to give the Ward and June Cleaver people the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure your person's family is wonderful. I'm sure your family is beautiful too. Regardless, they know what they want and they don't got it. So they're in a tower. This is what they want. It's the affecting energy of the tower. They want this new beginning. This is the energy of your connection. They want to build a foundation. They want victory. They know this with the Queen of Swords, which is red with this. But they also know, tied to this energy, that they don't have it. So the affecting energy here, what do they want? They want a new beginning. They want a whole new life. So the implication here is they're not happy. So if it is Ward and June Cleaver on their side, to those people that always write into me and say, well, my family's wonderful. Well, good for fucking you. I highly doubt it. I think if you dig into anybody's family, you'll find the skeletons in the closet. The Ten of Wands on top of that. Ten of Wands. It's a lot of burden. It's a lot of burden on that tower. It's a lot. Wow. They really want this. They're going to be sitting in it. Remember, this reading covers the time between now and Christmas. They're going to be sitting in it. Your person is going to realize, for some reason, and I know, try not to take this literally, it's just the way I feel the energy and I translate it. They're going to know you're gone. It's like that. They're going to, because think about it. Let's say they're not happy in their home life. Either family or spouse or career or whatever. They're going to be forced to just sit in it, especially if it's family or spouse. You've got to spend a lot of time around the holidays with those fucking people. It's a fucking nightmare if they're shit and you're unhappy. It's a goddamn nightmare. Christmas time, the holidays. On top of that, you got to buy them shit. Oh, fuck me. Now I got to spend my hard-earned money on people I don't even fucking like. Oh, fuck me. You know, it's that I'm just conveying the energy. I'm not saying that's your person's situation. Okay? I do the best I can. There's 20,000 people watching. I need to get 20,000 people on the same page. As has been said on Twitter many times, that's like herding cats. It's actually worse than, I'd rather herd cats, to be honest with you. You can't take what I'm saying literally unless it applies literally to you, and then that's fine. I'm feeling the energy. I know what I feel. And then I translate it through life experience and analogies and things like that. This is huge. 10 of Wands. This is basically the Tower, Minor Arcana, on top of the Tower. The universe didn't have 2 towers to give me. It gave me the best card it could. Why is the 10 of Wands here? Magician. They want... One of the things they're going to be feeling here is the karma of this connection. The karma of this connection on the Divine Feminine side, I learned the other day from a twin flame reading I pulled, the Divine Feminine has pretty much paid their karmic debt, if not completely here. So you're free. You're free to go. You're free to do whatever you want, date whoever you want, do anything you want. Just leave the door open for the DM, the runner, whichever, and off you go. Find your inner empress. They've still got a lot of debt to pay. These 2 cards together, the 10 of Wands and the Magician, is karmic debt for me. It's not for everybody. I'm just reading the energy, and the universe throws me cards as they are, and certain energies are attached. They're feeling this. They're feeling every bit of this, and they want the new beginning. But they don't have it. And that's the Tower, and that's the 10 of Wands, and they don't have it because they never did the work. They didn't pay their karmic debt. They're still afraid. There's fear here of being vulnerable. I still say we're going to see the fear. I'm surprised we haven't yet. Maybe it'll show up here. I don't know. Knight of Pentacles. Why is it here? Why do they feel about the collective, the Knight of Pentacles? Why do they feel the Knight of Pentacles? Why? Why? Page of Wands crossing the Knight of Pentacles. We've been seeing this Page of Wands a lot. There's a lot of different energies around it. It's very tough to read. The A side of this is they're moving slowly towards you. But they're pretty much stationed right now. It's almost stopped, if not stopped for the moment. We're just about to kick into that reboot for everybody, you know, the main reboot of things. The B side of this is they see you slowly getting away. How they see you is moving on to bigger and better things. They feel small next to you. They feel a page. Alright? It's a card of communication. They want to talk to you. They want to try to stop you, but they're not sure how to... I don't want to even say that. I don't know what... Yeah, the Sun. They see you... That's the primary energy, is they see you moving on to your happiness. And yet on the other side, on the flip of that, you bring them happiness. They realize, oh, I get it. I get the A side now. They realized too slow that you were their happiness. Oh my God. Oh, okay. So, and they're worried that they're not bringing you enough. If they come in, they're worried about your reaction. The page would be. Children are always worried about the reaction. You come home from school with the report card. Back in the day when it wasn't all on computers and we actually got report cards. Come home from school with the report card. That whole walk home or that walk from the bus stop home. Oh, God help you if you had a D or an F or a G. Oh my God. I don't even know if they give G's anywhere, but if they did, I'd have probably gotten one. I was really smart, but I didn't try too hard at school. I didn't care. I'm legendary in my family for getting an F in gym. It's the only thing I ever got an F in. I got an F in gym. I just never showed up. I did. I was too interested in reading. I just stayed in study hall and read. I come from a very sports-oriented family, so to get an F in gym is pretty massive in my family. They're all football-y kind of, that kind of thing. Okay, the Sun is here. 7 of Wands. They're afraid of your reaction. They're choking on hello. That's all it is. It really is. How they're just afraid. That's why there's a page. They're curious and afraid at the same time. I Again, I feel that fear. I'm not getting a defined card of fear, but it's here. It's just lurking in the energy. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Why is the Queen of Swords here? Tell me about this Queen of Swords. What's this truth they're figuring out? Don't tell me about it in relation to this, universe. Let's have a separate talk here, you and I. Okay, I'm going to turn this card like this. The universe will know what I want. I just want you and I to have a chat. I won't tell no one, I promise. I won't tell anyone what you tell me. Just tell me about this Queen of Swords here. All right, me and you. Come on, universe. Come on over here. I'll buy you a beer. All right, here we go. All right. They're realizing something about long term. Ten of Pentacles. I know I said I wouldn't tell them. You can't trust me. I tell everybody everything. I'm a gossip. Right? Okay. I can't not tell them. They tuned into the video. Right here, Ten of Pentacles. I like teasing. It's just energy, but I'm not really talking to some little being or something. I don't want anybody to think I'm one of them crazy people. I just, it's funny. It's energy, and it does interact. It's interactive energy. It's very strange. I can't describe it, but it's fun. It's fun. It's like an imaginary friend a little bit, except mine's a fickle old gal. Ten of Pentacles. They're worried. They're realizing the truth. A little separate message. Nothing to do with anything on the table. Me talking to the universe about the Queen of Swords. Something long term. Whatever it is, it's the affecting energy. That's what they're realizing the truth about. Could be long term with you. Could be long term with their. It's long term with you. It's the Empress, the best tree in the tarot, right? In this deck. Jesus Christ! This person is realizing that you're the Ten of Pentacles. That's the truth that they're figuring out. That's why we have a Tower and why we have 10 wands. All this nostalgia is coming back. It's why there's so much fear here. They're worried about talking to you. They realized too slow that you were their happiness. They realized they've actually acknowledged the truth. The Queen of Swords is truth acknowledged. Okay? It's not a truth that wells up and then we don't really think about it. Just push it away. It's not a Seven of Swords kind of bullshit. It is during this time between now and Christmas. While they're sitting in it, they're in a tower with 10 wands of pressure on top of them because of karmic debt they never dealt with. They moved too slow to figure out that you were their happiness, and now they're worried about talking to you because they're worried about your reaction. And the message from the universe right here is that they're realizing this truth. Queen of Swords, they realize it and they acknowledge it. Acknowledgement is the first step to curing things, to fixing things. We have to acknowledge it. When we're triggered, we're not acknowledging it. When we're triggered, we get triggered in the soul and the brain just goes, no, 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 no. Steve's an asshole. How dare Steve say that? Oh, rah, 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 rah. That's not acknowledging. Steve wouldn't say it if it wasn't in the energy, and Steve wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. And it wouldn't have triggered you if it wasn't true, by the way. But right here, the Empress, it's you. They have acknowledged that you are the Ten of Pentacles. What comes after the Empress? I know I promised I wouldn't say anything. I know you can't trust me. You can't. It brings them in. Death. This is why 87% of them are coming in. It's transformation on crack. We got transformation here. They want it. And they want that with you, and they want to build a foundation. Yeah, they do. And they're towering because they don't have it, because they took too long to figure out you're the happiness and never took care of their karmic debt. And now they're sitting in huge nostalgia. But in my little message from the universe, just talking, they realize that you, the Empress, are their Ten of Pentacles. And they've acknowledged it, which leads to change. Okay? Who's your fucking energy reader? Who? Y'all probably said somebody else. Alright, give me the Six of Cups. Why is it here? I wouldn't blame you. I can be a real handful sometimes. My cousin always tells people, I'm a whole lot of be careful what you wish for. She says, Steve is a whole lot of be careful what you wish for. Yeah, well, she means that in the sense of if you ask me for advice, I'm going to give it to you. Whereas most of your friends and family and stuff will sugarcoat it for you because they don't want to hurt you or they don't want to risk the friendship. Really, especially family is the worst to go to advice for because their prime directive is to protect you. They're as bad as you talking to your brain about emotional things, right? It's that bad. So I'm a whole lot of be careful what you wish for, but this is good news here. All right? I wasn't supposed to tell you either. 6 of Cups. What's the final on this? Tell me about all this nostalgia. It can't be too bad with the Death card here. It can't be. Tell me about all this nostalgia. The first card is red with the 10 of Wands. The second card is red with all this karmic debt they've got, which they have the ability to take care of. If your person's lazy, for some of you, emotionally lazy, we'll call them. They might not be physically lazy, but they're emotionally lazy. And your person also is stubborn, and they got some pride and some ego, and they're afraid to be vulnerable. Fine. Time to get it together, because the Tower means business. And 10 of Wands on top of the Tower, that's fucking suicidal shit. That's the kind of shit that, well, it's not really suicidal shit. I'm not saying your person's at risk of that. It could be. You know, it can be depending on how shit their life is. But in most cases, it's check yourself into the, 24-hour observation at the hospital kind of shit. And it's because of karmic debt. We have to take care of it. You can't let devil energy build up, man. It'll drive you fucking crazy. 6 of Cups. Why is it here? That's a lot of pressure right there. It is. Because they're being forced to sit in it. And my God, like I said, if it is family, the holiday's the worst time, because not only do you have to spend time with them, if you don't like them, be them spouse or your family or whatever, or your co-workers or anything like that, you got to buy them gifts too. So you got to spend money on top of that. That kind of shit pisses me off. I tell my mother that all the time. She says, are you going to get your cousin Lindsay or anything? And I'm like, I don't even like Lindsay. Why I'm not going to spend money on... Fine, I'll get her some makeup or some shit. 6 of Cups. All right, here we go. All right. Why is it here? Yes, soon. It's going to cause them to want to come in. My nose is running like a goddamn divine masculine. I swear to God. What is going on here? 3 of Wands is crossing this. It causes them to get the phone out, right? Get the damn phone out and start typing the damn message to you. That's what I get off that. Something like that. We'll have to see what comes out on top. I'll pull it with you. First card, I haven't looked. I don't fucking know. First card's red with all this pressure. The loony bin. I'm telling you, 24-hour psych observation. If you let this fester, be careful, motherfucker. 2 of Swords. What do I do? Which way did he go? Which way did he go? 2 swords. Crossroads. Standing still. Somebody lingering. Saying that they're lost. Choking on hello. That song that I came up with, that I pulled out of fucking the ether thin fucking air, helplessly hoping, has been staying with us all month, just like Back to the Future stayed with us when I pulled it at the top of September. It's everywhere. It's right there. That last verse. But the last verse is good. Last verse is good. That's all right. Okay. What's red with the karmic debt? Let me take a peek. Ace of Cups. Their karmic debt, it's red with this, is what I said it was in, I think, the very first Twin Flame Journey video I ever did. I think it was one of the early ones. Anyway, we only started those in the summertime. Their karmic debt is they have to be vulnerable. They have to give love. But in order to give love, they have to be willing to receive it. Okay? It's a two-way street. Your person's a little bit Sesame Street with giving and receiving love. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably going to trigger somebody. My person's great. They love me. Okay. You wake up next to them this morning, did you? All right. That's fine. If you did, good for you. But what's fueling this? I'm going to give them one more chance because I can get what's fueling this card. This is them typing the message. 3 of Wands. I'm almost there. Yeah. 9 Cups. That nostalgia right here. I said this is a card of communication when it falls here usually. It's somebody from the past coming back, but it can just be energetically. They're standing still in this during this time period. But this Ace of Cups is love coming your way. More again, 87% of you. It holds true because the 9 of Cups, for 87%, I'm going to hold that. I don't remember what reading we did the calculation in, but I know everybody saw it because you're all tweeting 87% left and right. For 87% of you, they're going to type the little message, metaphorically speaking, and hit the send button. For 13% of you, they're going to hold on to the love. But if they do that, for those 13%, I'm going to issue a warning here, and I'm going to send it to your person energetically. It's a warning. This is dangerous. These are the most dangerous 3 cards I've seen in a long time in how someone feels. That's a Tower. It's Major Arcana, and it's got 10 Wands of pressure sitting on top of it. That needs to release to the Ace of Wands. And I want you all to remember that the Ace of Wands was crossing this. If you recall, rewind, you'll see. This 10 of Wands releases to the Ace of Wands. But the Ace of Wands was the crossing, the affecting energy. It's what they want, right? It's what's trying to happen. What's blocking it from happening is this. It is a lot of karmic debt. There's a contract here. There's a soul contract with this of sorts. Okay? It's all supposed to be playing out this way. For 13% of you, give or take, your person is not playing along. And the universe is getting pissy. Alright? It's getting real pissy by putting Towers and 10 of Wands here. So I want them to be careful because this is 24 hours psych ward eval. This is a lot of pressure. This is a 19th nervous breakdown by the Rolling Stones. This is, Mother's Little Helper by the Rolling Stones. This is, And what it leads to is another Rolling Stones song from an album they had in the early days called Dead Flowers. It's a song called Out of Time. Y'all could do it. All you divine feminines could do with a listen to the Rolling Stones' Out of Time. It's basically the chorus is baby, 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 you're out of time. It'll do you some good. This person's running out of time to come in here and get things done. For the 13% of you where they're not going to, the Rolling Stones' Out of Time is pretty close. And it's kind of the sentiment here. They took so long to realize that you were their happiness. And now, the 7 of Wands, you might be the one who's defensive here. They're nervous about coming in and talking to you. The 2 of Swords is a card of fear. There's fear here. We don't know what to do. It's 2 Ace of Swords crossed. But for most of you, they're going to come in and get it. I think they're going to show up as a page. We're going to pull 3 cards from the little Lightseer deck and talk to the universe here. Give me 3 cards, universe, and a bottom card. Add all this up for me. What do you want to tell the collective before I go pull some Wicked Voodoo? And you might ask, what are you going to pull Wicked Voodoo on, Steve? This. Because this is fucked up. I'm going to go digging in. Go all Dr. Phil. I'm going to ask why. I'm going to find out. Because this is dangerous energy right here. Now, I don't think your person knows how to handle it. They're realizing, when I talk to the universe in a separate conversation, I say, come on over here, universe. And I get that they're realizing and acknowledging that you're the 10 of Pentacles. You're the 10 of Pentacles. The pinnacle. The everything. All of it. You are the 10 of Pentacles. Acknowledging it. And we have death here. Death can go either way. It's death, rebirth. Yes, it can lead to transformation. And it should. And it looks like it does for most of you. But for the ones where it doesn't, They're fighting. We have a saying here in the U.S., you can't fight City Hall. Your person's trying to fight City Hall over, something that they shouldn't be, to be honest. We'll find out. We'll see what else the universe wants you to say. We'll see what's going on. We'll see how Happy Ward and June Cleaver are. Alright, we'll go find out. We'll do some fly on the wall. I'll do a few different side readings. I'll play the standard a little different than I usually do. We'll do some side readings and we'll just talk to the universe. A whole bunch of questions. I got questions about this. Alright, the Tower and the Ten of Wands should have led to something other than the Magician. It's blocked by a karmic debt that hasn't been paid and a lot of fear. I should have seen a Fool there. I should have seen an Eight of Wands there. I didn't. Why? Alright, give me 3 cards and a bottom card so I can go pull some voodoo before my breakfast runs out. Alright, here we go. Bottom card. Well, actually it's not 3 cards and a bottom card. It's 3 cards from the bottom. And then anyway. The Hermit, and there's the Ace of Wands. Crossing the Hermit is the Queen of Cups. This is dangerous for this person. The universe just backed up everything I just said. This is the most love one human being can feel for another. It's the Queen of Cups. And it's crossing the Hermit. It's backing up what the universe and I talked about privately a little bit ago. This person is going to realize all the love that's here. And they're going to, for some of you, they're going to sit on their hands. And for others of you, they're going to come in for an Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands was crossing here. It goes either way. We're going to need a Schrodinger's cat in the extended. We are. I need to find out which ones of you are in the 13% so that you can maybe manipulate your person a little bit. Make sure that you can do some posts on your social media or something. Make sure they know you're there and they don't have to be so scared to talk to you. I don't know. Do whatever you want with the information. I'm just the information guy. That's it. For some of you, they're going to sit on their hands and it'll come around another cycle. And for others of you, they're going to come in for the Ace of Wands. The universe is very clear that at the bottom, at the end of the day, the bottom line, it backs up the Ten of Pentacles crossing the Ace of Swords. It's basically the same thing. But it's a lot of love. It is. And what's underneath that? Page of Swords. Underneath that, it's a page. It's disappointing messages on some level. You might be disappointed, even the ones where this person shows up, you might be disappointed, because they're not going to reveal everything. I've told you, they're afraid of your reaction. So when you're afraid of someone's reaction, you tend to be a little bit coy in your approach, shy, right? You tend to be a little bit, I'm not going to give everything, I'm just going to give a little. And that's fine. It's perfectly fine. The universe just backing up that energy that they're definitely, that's the fear that's here. They're a child. I got pages and in all of their approaches to you, I've got pages. Okay? But I've got huge adult energy here. This is grown up shit. This ain't page shit. That's grown up. And this is grown up too. Alright? That is your reading. I hope it was helpful to you. If I helped one person today, I've done my job. Karmically speaking, if I triggered one person today, I've done my job. Like it or not, it's my job. It's why I'm here. Alright? I'm not some sugarcoating fucking tarot reader. I'm not even a fucking tarot reader. I read the energy. Cards are just pretty pictures for you. Back up what I'm saying a little bit. And they did. So, that said, if you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. You can take your sweet asses, and I know they are, over to the link in the description if you want the extended. We're going to go deep into your person's holiday season. We're going to spend the holidays with your person. We're going to become energy Santa here. I see them when they're sleeping. I know when they're awake. So wake the fuck up. I don't know. I didn't have a rhyme for it. I see them when they're sleeping and I know when they're awake. I do, and so do you, actually. You have a very strong connection with this person, for anyone that this is resonating with. All right. That's your reading. And if you want the extended, the link is in the description. Good luck, everyone.